In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 5th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Rider versus Rutgers. The Broncs are not a program that turns heads in the national conversation. Rutgers, on the other hand, sits in the Big Ten, and that name alone earns attention in this region. The difference between power conference programs and mid-major schools often exposes bias, both public and market-driven. On paper, Rider should not be able to match up with the Scarlet Knights, yet the question lingers whether Rutgers is truly a dominant force within its own power conference. The answer leans toward no. Rider, for its part, is far from a heavyweight. The Broncs finished 14-19 last season in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, a campaign that included a rough stretch against Canisius, the league's lowest-rated team by KenPom metrics. Those results hardly suggest consistency. The early betting traffic for this matchup has tilted sharply toward Rutgers, driving the line higher. That movement, though, opens potential value on the opposite side. If Rider loses, it will surprise no one, as that is the expected outcome. Yet the Broncs fit the profile of an underdog worth a look, the kind that swings freely and tests whether their shots connect when given a generous cushion. As our first pick for this matchup, the Rider Broncs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The rhythm of this contest likely rests with Rutgers, built on defense and deliberate tempo. Rider's half-court offense stalled earlier in Charlottesville, and Rutgers coach Steve Pikiell continues to shape a style centered on control and patience while his new backcourt finds its footing. That approach can suppress pace and limit scoring outbursts. Blowouts, when they happen, also tend to mute late production, and Rider's modest perimeter attempt rate from Monday's outing points to a restrained offensive ceiling. With the market total positioned around the low 140s, the setup points toward a game shaped more by caution than by fireworks. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. South Dakota Coyotes versus Creighton Blue Jays. The South Dakota Coyotes, holding a record of 0-1-0, make their way to Omaha on Wednesday to face the number 22 ranked Creighton Blue Jays, who open their regular season campaign. As the first week of college basketball continues, this matchup offers an early glimpse at the Blue Jays, returning home to host the Coyotes. For Creighton, the night carries a bit of extra weight. Head coach Greg McDermott sits on 499 career victories, putting him 1 win away from reaching the 500 mark. South Dakota enters after playing once already, an overtime loss to Utah Tech, a result that raised questions given Utah Tech's projection near the bottom of its league standings. Creighton begins the new season in a transitional phase. The Blue Jays lost their top 4 scorers from last year's team, including steady center Ryan Kalkbrenner, who anchored the paint for multiple seasons. To rebuild its rotation, Creighton leaned on the transfer portal, adding several key pieces. Among them, Iowa guard Josh Dick stands out as a dependable perimeter defender and a consistent 40% shooter from three-point range. South Dakota brings an entirely different look. The Coyotes play at a relentless pace, ranking among the fastest teams in the nation last season, with only Alabama pushing tempo more frequently. Within the Summit League, South Dakota has built a reputation for speed and aggressiveness, often turning games into track meets. While the Coyotes cannot match Creighton's overall depth or talent, their quick pace and early game experience could help them stay within range. The advantage of having already played a full game gives them a rhythm that Creighton may still be searching for as it works to blend transfers and find lineup stability. That tempo could shape the contest, creating enough offensive flow to keep the game competitive. As our first pick for this matchup, the South Dakota Coyotes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. South Dakota's first performance showed a defense that can yield plenty of scoring opportunities. Against a team like Creighton, capable of heating up from the perimeter and moving the ball efficiently, that trend could continue. The Coyotes hit only 37.9% of their field goals in the opener, a figure likely to climb slightly now that they have live minutes under their belt. Reaching about 40% seems within reach. Last season, South Dakota led the country in pace according to KenPom metrics, while Creighton's offense remained among the most efficient in Division I. Recent trends point toward another high-output game. 6 of Creighton's last 7 contests from the previous season went over the total, and 5 of South Dakota's last 7 November outings also finished above it. The Coyotes' first game this year ended under, but that came against Utah Tech, a team that slowed possessions deep into the shot clock while South Dakota missed open looks. This matchup presents a far different tempo and rhythm, favoring more possessions and cleaner scoring chances. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Alabama A&M versus Indiana. The Alabama A&M Bulldogs travel to Bloomington on Wednesday to take on the Indiana Hoosiers in college basketball action from Simon Skjodt Assembly Hall. Indiana enters this matchup with more top-end talent and size, but the roster and coaching staff both underwent major changes during the offseason. Early season chemistry will take time, and that adjustment curve can affect rhythm, especially in the first week of competition. Alabama A&M arrives with the benefit of having already played once, a small but meaningful edge in experience this early in the schedule. That opening game helped shake off nerves and should lead to steadier execution. The Bulldogs also bring veteran presence. Their rotation features only 1 freshman and 2 sophomores, with most contributors holding multiple years of experience at the college level. That maturity tends to show in defensive rotations and decision-making, particularly in difficult road environments. This group understands the moment and should not be rattled by the stage. The contrast between an experienced Alabama A&M team and an Indiana squad still figuring out roles could make for a closer battle than the rosters alone might suggest. As our first pick for this matchup, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When two teams take the floor early in the year with unsettled rotations, the play often turns uneven. Indiana's new head coach has already mentioned that their pace depends on live ball turnovers and transition chances. In the absence of those, the Hoosiers will settle into motion sets and structured offense, focusing on half-court possessions. That approach typically trims tempo and puts a premium on defense. With a few rotation pieces still regaining health, the staff intends to manage minutes and build flow deliberately. Across the sideline, Alabama A&M's new coach brings a defensive identity forged at Grambling, where his teams often thrived in low-scoring contests. Though this group remains a work in progress, his style favors control over chaos, and that outlook carries into this season. Combined with Indiana's likely command of both pace and scoreboard, the structure points toward measured scoring output rather than a fast-paced affair. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.